Okay, so here's a little sign that my friend made me for, I don't remember if it was my birthday or just because he's awesome. But yeah, we're gonna have a little walk into the mushroom garden so you can see what I got going on here. These logs are all like various years, different kinds of logs. You can tell that after 9 months of incubation that the mushroom has actually taken when the white mycelium has spread. Let's see. Oh, we do have mushrooms in different stages of life. So these are ironwood logs right here. Those little babies are called pins. Then we have here, we've got another mushroom. You see that? So the first year they're going to grow out of the holes that you drilled. Okay, I just like harvested the other day. They grow really fast. Oh, I'm gonna fall, and I don't have shoes on. Just another dumb thing. Sometimes I do dumb things. So here we have them on a birch tree. Now that's gonna eat through that log pretty fast. So I don't suggest birch trees, but if that's what you got, and they're gonna go to waste otherwise, I suggest white oak. Ironwood works, maple. You don't want a lot of different things work, but you want to make sure you're not using like a pine tree because that's antifungal. And there's just a lot of cool stuff going on here. So you can see there's one there. There's different ways you can stack the logs too. A lot of people in different areas or commercial growers will fast fruit mushrooms, which means like they'll happen faster. The only thing, so they hit the logs and the mushrooms, like they get excited and the mycelium reaches out and finds its girlfriend or boyfriend and they make a baby. So the white mycelium, the veins, are actually the parents and the fruiting body is the baby. So yeah, we're eating the babies. And well, we want to wait too till their gills open so that they can release their spores. That's like the main job of the mushroom, and then you can eat it. But when it's closed, it's not that big. So you'll see, like they look really tiny, but in a couple days they're going to be huge. And then the veils will open and they will release their spores, and it's time to eat them. So that's a little bit about these shiitakes. I hope you like learning about them, and I hope you're opening to try them because they're not the little canned yucky mushrooms that most people know about or were forced to eat on pizza as a kid. Totally different. When you cook it a long time in butter, olive oil, sesame oil, like it's bomb, let me tell you. Like this is actually how we get the holes in there. We use an angle grinder. Okay, this is very dangerous. This can pull people's hair and like cause a lot of damage quickly. It's heavy. So some people use drills. This is a special drill bit that is made by the company Field and Forest, and it is designed specifically to go with that tool and to squirt in the mushroom spawn. So I'm just going to show you now. Again, I've been doing this for many years, so I can do it, but it's interesting. Watch. Okay, I'm only gonna do a couple holes because I need two hands because it's like dangerous and dumb. But you want to you drill the holes 6 inches apart for shiitakes. For other mushrooms, it's a little bit different. And then the spawn is going to eat through this log, okay? And the log was dormant when it was cut, so it's full of sugar, and that's what the mushrooms are eating. Mushrooms eat carbohydrates. So do people, and we are like, I believe we're walking, talking mushrooms, so we need to eat carbohydrates too, but we don't want them to eat us. So anyway, that's like a whole nother conversation. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we inoculate the logs. So this is our tool. This is called an Akuta hand tool. Okay, it was pretty expensive. I have some other tools that were less expensive, but this is just like the bomb. So we invested. And here's the spawn. Okay, and the spawn is super juicy and fun to squish and smell. It's sawdust. So these are shiitakes in sawdust. So check it out. So this is what you do. Okay, you pack it up in there, right? Kind of like a one-hitter, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, and then see these holes? You want to, okay? So that's how that works. And then we do this whole thing. This log has 60 holes in it. And then we're gonna seal it with cheese wax. This is my favorite part because I'm like sensory, and I love hot sizzly things. So this is our wax. It looks really nasty. It's hot cheese wax, okay? And this is also where we throw the wood ticks when we find them. So, it's a fast death. And I usually don't like to kill things, and every time I do, I'm like, hey, in your next life, come back as something else. So that's where, again, we put the wood ticks. So we got this here, okay? You fill it full of wax, and that's a little piece of styrofoam, okay? And then you want to cover that hole, okay? You want to make sure that there's no little holes in it, okay? Because we don't want other mushrooms getting in here. All right? And you just do like a thin layer. You can hear my dog. She sounds like a turkey. All right? Now the mushrooms are going to grow out of these holes. And so they're going to incubate for 9 months in this situation. And this tool was made special by the company. It's weighted, so it's nice. You want to do just a thin layer of wax, because guess what? The squirrels like to try to eat the spawn because it's super yummy, and if you put it on too thick, it'll pop off really easy. So you don't want to do it too thick, and it just takes a little bit of time. I've been doing this for I want to say 8 years now, something like that. So we definitely want, if anybody wants to learn how to grow shiitakes, then I would be happy to teach you, share tools. My friend's starting a consultation company, and it's just a really great way to grow your own food. It's kind of I'm not the best gardener, but I'm a really good mushroom hunter, farmer. And this is kind of lazy because it produces depending on the kind of wood you use, it'll produce for 6 years before you have to plant them again. And shiitakes are incredible. They have the entire vitamin B complex in them, as well as a lot of vitamin D and magnesium. So shiitake mushroom is also a good substitute for meat, and a great addition to meat. If anybody wants to buy mushrooms from anyone, I do not grow enough to sell, but I do have friends that sell mushrooms. So if you want to get into it or buy mushrooms, we have this whole network of people, and when we're logging all these places, a lot of times wood will just sit there or decompose, or people don't use it. So this is a great way to connect loggers and people that are cutting wood, maybe cut it after the fall, plant it so that we can actually use the logs for food. All right, well, that's kind of the process. I will check in with you in a little bit. Get in touch with us. Here we're in Frederick, Wisconsin, doing this mushroom operation. Also, in the second week of August, potentially the first week of August, I will be doing a mushroom foraging party event, also open to other workshops. So if anybody has anything they want to showcase, it's going to be at the property here, a 2-day event, camping, foraging, potentially swimming, stuff like that, but all about growing natural food and how we can keep everything local. And survive these times and be up on the latest like health trends, because mushrooms saved my life in multiple ways. All right, that's about it. Oh, if you don't like what I'm wearing, then maybe you should just gouge your eyes out.